Okay, perfect. What is up everyone, the Not So Asian Asian here, and welcome back to another video. So, first of all, I want to start this video off by saying I do apologize for not uploading consistently. I've had to take a little bit of a mental break, sort of just away from the camera, get myself refocused, but now I feel like I'm mentally stable enough to come back on YouTube. So, today we're going to be discussing my plans for my new 2005 Subaru WRX, which isn't so new anymore. It's technically 13 years. Let's just get into it. Fuck, I've lost all my mojo for recording videos. Jesus. But don't worry, I'm getting there. So, I very smartly put all of my plans into a Google Doc, but I'm signed into the wrong fucking account. If you don't know, this is my 2005 Subaru Impreza WRX. It's not an STI, it's just a regular WRX. It's a wagon. If you can see back there, but it's kind of difficult too. Snow here, snow there, and pretty much everywhere else. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, let's start discussing what I'm going to do with the car. So all these things are basically just in a list. They're not necessarily in order. Forgot to add one thing actually. Okay, so we're going to start off with learning to drive stick well. Now, I'm able to drive stick, just not very well. Some of my shifts, actually a lot of them, are fairly rough and could be, you know, they could be more smooth, they could use some work, but, you know, oh well, that's one of those things. It just takes time. I'm gonna give myself another couple weeks and maybe I'll be a better driver, of stick. So, I think this is probably going to be my first mod, to be honest. New shift knob. It's one of those things, a lot of people, it's their first mod to a car. It's just a weighted shift knob. Next thing is new rims and tires. So I do want to get new wheels. I don't know what color I want them. I don't necessarily want them black because the Corolla already has black rims on it. I don't really want to just have basically two versions of the exact same car. So I might, you know, go a little different, maybe just a dark gray or white or something else, but definitely not colors like blue or green or red or something, because that's just not my taste. Next thing, Cobb access port. Now if you don't know what a Cobb access port is, it's basically that really expensive $650 device that lets you unlock a little bit of horsepower, more torque, and you know, basically allows you to manage your engine. So it's a pretty cool thing. I do want to get one, but I do want to get one used, just so I can save a little bit of money there. But I don't know. Maybe it won't save me money and I'll end up with a married version that I need to send into Cobb to, you know, reprogram. That would suck. But hopefully I can find one fairly cheap that is unmarried, just so I can, you know, save a little bit of money. Brake lines is one that I've put a question mark on because I don't know if I really can. This car has ABS on it, so I don't know if I can easily enough put stainless steel brake lines on. The reason I installed them in the Corolla is because the Corolla doesn't have ABS. I know, comes up as a shocker, right? No ABS. Coilovers is definitely going to be one, for obvious reasons. Exhaust, maybe? It's just one of those things I have to figure it out. Track day. I'm going to take this car to a track. Since I am going to track this car, I don't know if I'm going to do it really seriously or not, if I'm just gonna like go to a track just for fun. But if I start getting really good at track days and stuff, I might start moving up and start racing it, maybe in like time attack or something. But that's not really something that I plan on for now. I'm just thinking about doing track days for fun. After that, I'm going to pretty much adjust everything that needs adjusting So obviously I'm gonna get an alignment after I put in the coilovers. I've been lucky enough with the Corolla to not need an alignment, and it still drives perfectly straight. The camber is perfect. So I've been lucky enough to not need an alignment. But I don't know about this car, so I might need an alignment for this one. We'll just have to see. But yeah, pretty much just adjust things that need adjusting. So like if I find that I want to fine tune my camber, you know, obviously not something stupid, just maybe like -2 degrees, like if I just need to adjust it like that, then that's something that I can do, you know, when that day comes, like after I take it out on the track and see what I can do with it. Then I want to roll cage it, put racing seats and racing harnesses in. I might do a turbo upgrade. Turbo upgrade's just for more power. It's not a huge thing. Then tune it if I get a turbo upgrade. I think I will get a turbo upgrade, to be honest, because more power. I put it back to the track here because I want to take it to the track after I do these mods. And then I have wrap on there. Now, if you look at this car, it's not necessarily in the best shape. I mean, I had some rust on it. I have cleaned up the rust. Don't worry about that. I cleaned up most of it. There's still a little bit left on the inside of the fender well, but that's something that I will have to do a little bit later. But I do want to wrap it. I'm thinking about wrapping it maybe red or blue, you know, either one of those colors. And then I'll figure out if I want to change up my wheel specs, or if I want to get new wheels, or if I want to just repaint my wheels to better match the new wrap color. But I'm still, I haven't really thought much about the wrap right for now, so I'm just gonna keep that in the back of my mind. Maybe I'll wrap it, maybe I won't. Who knows? Oil catch can. It is a turbo car. It does have a little bit of blow by. It is gonna need a catch can eventually. Now, am I gonna put it in now? Not really. Corolla, I put it in, doesn't really need it. I just put it in because I'm dumb. But this one, since I don't race it yet, I don't need one. I think when I start racing it though, it probably is in my best interest to buy one, but it'll wait until then. I put race clutch in there because I'm stupid. Blow off valve, I'm surprised I didn't put it sooner, but then again, this is an out of order list. So some of these things might come before others, some of these things might come later before others, some of these things might not get done at all, which is perfectly okay. Blow off valve though, I feel like will be closer to the top of the list. I was thinking about doing an engine swap, but at the same time I have no idea what engine I would put in here, what engine would benefit this car and what engines would not. So that's one thing I've sort of just pushed it off to the side. I'm not really counting on it, but if the day comes where I do blow up this engine, rip. In which case I'll think about doing an engine swap with a different engine. But more than likely I'll probably put in the same EJ25. I think it's an EJ25. I hope it's an EJ25, otherwise I look stupid. I put E85 conversion on there. Now when I turbocharge the Corolla, I'm going to get it tuned for E85. I'm going to work on fuel injectors and fuel lines and everything to get it set up for E85, so that is one thing I'm going to do. The Subaru, I am also going to do the same thing once I turbo upgrade it. I'm going to tune it for E85, because E85 makes the world run. Just kidding. But E85 is, you know, pretty good stuff. Makes more power, and it's cheaper, and especially during this time of the year, I love cheaper gasoline. The thing is, I've been running 89 octane on the Corolla because I'm dumb. I don't know, I felt it runs a little better with 89, but now for sure I'm gonna run it with 87 during the winter. Now with the Subaru, I have to run 91 octane, which you know, god damn it. But oh well, that's one of those things. Quick release steering wheel. This one's up for debate. Now I could get a smaller steering wheel, easier to turn quicker, looks cool, etc. But it's also illegal. But you know, full send. Possibly remove the interior, also known as the full race car interior. Not really counting on this. I do want this to be a fairly dailyable. God damn it. Shut up. This is what I get for living in a place with lots of traffic. I don't know if I want to put a full race car interior in, slash gut the entire interior, just because I want to keep this fairly dailyable in case this car starts to have problems, because we all know that you know, Corollas don't come turbocharged, so if I turbocharge it, I might make it that much less reliable. Front mount intercooler. I don't know if I want to do this. It's a fairly popular mod to do with Subarus, is to have front mount intercoolers, because they do have top mount intercoolers, which I don't know if I'm a big fan of that or not. But at the same time, I do love that hood scoop, and I feel like I'll just make it completely useless if I put a front mount intercooler in. But I don't know. It is a fairly popular mod though, for a good reason, because it means it doesn't get heat soaked as much. Is this zoomed in a little more? Oh, I've zoomed it down more. Cool. Then we have a brake upgrade. Now, I'm talking about bigger brake calipers, better pads, probably semi-race pads, and bigger rotors. So bigger rotors, bigger calipers, and better brake pads. Horns. Hella horns is a pretty popular thing, these Subarus, but I don't know. I feel like it looks a little tacky in the grill, and it's good, and it's unnecessary, but to each their own. Gauges. Now, I'm not talking about, oh, I'm going to replace like the speedometer or anything. I'm going to leave those, but I mean putting a boost gauge, putting other gauges. Now I look like I don't know anything. Great. Yeah, basically I'm just going to set up a few gauges in the car so I can see what's going on. I can see if there's any problems or not. Makes it a little easier. But I feel like this would also be, if I were to do a turbo upgrade, which I'm thinking I might do, then I'll probably have gauges come right after, just because it's a little safer to know what's going on with your car. Yeah, there's that. Ground effects slash aero. Basically a body kit. Now, I'm not saying I'm gonna make this like a wide body car. It's not gonna be a wide body car. I'm saying like a splitter, a diffuser, maybe new side skirts, something like that. And then this last one, body work. Now, this car isn't really in the best shape. It has dings and dents and scratches and rust everywhere. So, you know, it's been taken care of, but not really that much. Underneath that snow bit there are a couple pretty big dents, which, you know, that sucks. Of course, the rust is there too, but it's been for the most part taken care of. I've used a Dremel, an angle grinder, and body filler to remove the rust and then fix that area. The problem is that the paint is now mismatched, so it's a little bit of a lighter silver in that area compared to the rest of the car, but at least there's no rust. Well, there is rust, but not in that area, so that's good. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, go ahead, leave a like, comment below, and subscribe. You can barely see me, but that's okay. Nobody really wants to anyway. And until next time, peace.